Today I'm sharing you my best build for the Technician post Season 1 after fully testing out all these perks and actually making sure they all work. I also will be going back and redoing all my other builds, which I will link in the description, so I have every class linking all the other classes, so you can check out all the classes. They will be all uploaded within the next couple of days. If you don't see one, they'll be up there shortly. To start off with, we have the combat pistol. One, because it does very high damage, it's highly accurate, good stumble chance, and we'll get into the benefit of that in a moment. Mods we're going to be running are recoil booster for the fire rate and stability, mostly for the fire rate, tactical mag for the fire rate and max ammo, especially for extreme or insane difficulties. Alternatively, you could run the heavy spring-loaded mag, but definitely like on insane and highly helpful on extreme too if you want to really let your pistol fly. Tactical mag is really nice. With the hollow sight, we get 50% stumble chance right off the bat, and after 5 hits, we're already at 75% chance stumble. So we're likely to get the bonus within like 1 to 2 hits for sure, basically, after getting that 5th hit, if we haven't already got it already. And once we got it, we're going to get it again, so we're going to keep that bonus, which I'll get into in a moment. Next up, we have the pump shotgun. Mods we're going to be running for the pump shotgun are precision break for that weak point damage and a little bit for the effective range, alloy chamber for the fire rate, magazine capacity, and a little less on the stability, but you know, we'll take it. And the hybrid sight for accuracy and weak point damage. Next up, consumables I recommend is definitely the cryo grid and either the vulnerability assessment drone or one of the landmines, so you can place a landmine occasionally on your sentry or right before it, so you can save it from a burster one time. So on to the build. This is the build we're going to be running. This is a turret build. Going to be running the incinerator turret, all 3 damage perks. Then we'll be running, let me get to the middle. Your turret now fires 10% faster and deals 25% more damage to armor, especially coupled with the cryo grid when you're trying to take out drones, warriors, and big dudes, so it does damage to them before it gets destroyed. But occasionally on extreme and insane, for sure, your turret is going to get destroyed, if not from a big dude, from the occasional burster. And for this reason, we are going to run real-time resource reclamation. Now, this is less for the damage it does when it's destroyed. The little explosion it does some damage. This is more so we can get a turret up 5 seconds sooner. For only 2 slots, and there's nothing really you can do if you use everything else that's really good in the build, this actually comes in handy a lot. 5 seconds sooner getting your turret up when you're in a heated battle and a burster takes it out early is really nice. Next up, we have resonating impact. Now this is when you or your turret stumble a target, they take 10% more damage for 6 seconds. Your turret gains a 10% chance to stumble. This is less for the turret stumbling, although it occasionally does on the more elite enemies. This is more for you and your pistol, so you're getting 10% extra damage after a couple of shots on the enemies that take several shots to bring down. But since there's nothing else that we can do with this one slot if you use everything else, we're also going to be running deep leverage, which is not bad. Every 10 seconds you get a chance to knock down an enemy. Now your turret is occasionally going to knock down an enemy, so it's not always going to be you, but while you're using your pistol, you can you'll see the enemies knocked down, and especially when you're fighting like drones or you're fighting a spitter, it's really nice to get that knockdown on them. Next up, we'll start down here, and we have increase your turret health regeneration rate when you're near your turret, and it fires 10% faster. Now, this one isn't one of the best ones in the build. There's just not much else you can do with the 2 slot if you use everything else. So, it's not bad. Occasionally you do post up next to your turret or near your turret, close enough where it will get that bonus fire damage. And you also do heal it if it did get spiked for anything that didn't instantly kill it on a harder difficulty. So, it does come in handy a lot of times, letting it fire 10% faster. There's just not much you can do with this 2 slot right here. So that's why I ran that. Next up, we have you and your turret deal 10% more damage to slowed enemies. Definitely be throwing charge coils at enemies approaching your turret. Also, this works when you throw charge coils at anything. You do 10% more damage to them. So it's really nice. Next up, we have when your turret kills an enemy, gain 10% reload speed and stability. It can stack up to 5 times. So while your turret is mowing down a few enemies, now you can reload your pistol at an insane rate or reload your shotgun very quickly. So this is actually really nice in the more heated battles. Next up, because we don't really have too much, as I mentioned, for the last couple slots, I mean, you could alternately do a 4 core grid and a 2, or do the tactics and do one other 3, which really isn't that great because there's no other really that great 3 to throw on. So we did a couple of 2s instead. And the other 2 we're running is charge coils, also reduce damage dealt by afflicted enemies by 25%. This is actually really nice, like on intense difficulty, semi-nice on extreme. You throw your charge coil, at least always have one near your turret, and it can save it a couple of times from that death flow, which is really nice. Also, when you throw it at drones, if that drone does happen to hit somebody in the next couple of seconds, they take 25% less damage. On insane, one swipe from a drone can take 750 damage, and even on lower difficulties, they can hit hard. A lot of these enemies can hit hard, so stunning the elite enemies like the prowlers, bursters, and slowing them down so that burster blows up, 25% less damage, really nice. Use your charge coil strategically, and this can come in handy. Also, we have when this ability is active, you deal 10% more damage, stacks up to 3 times. So your charge coils have a 20-second cooldown with this build, but they each one lasts 15 seconds, so you're always basically getting 10% more damage. And if you really need to and you got the all of them available, you can just throw 3 out real quick and do 30% more damage for 15 seconds. Well, more like 12 seconds because of the animation to throw the second and third charge coil, but it is really nice to just be able to get that bonus damage because you're constantly throwing charge coils, so you're just getting bonus damage for having them out there. So that's really nice. And that is my best build for the Technician post Season 1 with all the current mods available for Season 1. This is fully tested. Every one of these mods does work as stated. So this build is really good. So far, as I said, first try doing 1-1 on Insane, doing I did 1-2 and 1-3 on Extreme, and got it with that, so it was pretty good. I hope that helped.